we're here today in Texas doing a herd of 160 llamas, and that is quite a lot. We actually are going to be able to complete them all in one day. We weren't sure if we were going to be able to, but we have been rocking and rolling. But there is a guy that came in here. Who knows how long it's been since he's been shorn. He was bought at an auction, and this will be his first shearing probably ever. So I'm really excited to see what's underneath there, because this guy has been trapped in fiber for a long time. So let's go and check it out. How's it going, y'all? I'm Katie, and this is my wife Darian, and together we make the team at Right Choice Shearing. We shear llamas, alpacas, and sheep, but our real passion is spreading knowledge about our industry. You never know what we'll see at the next job, but it's sure to be satisfying and absolutely adorable. So join us as we travel 9 states and service thousands of animals. Welcome to the party! We hope you stick around. It's a typical hot, humid Texas day, and with the overgrowth that he's presenting and that droopy lip, I know we have to watch for heat stroke. In the last 13 years, I've seen a lot of overgrown llamas, but what's wild to me is just how long these mats are. I mean, look at that. He is pulling against the halter here for me, but other than that, he's standing perfectly. As you can imagine, if he's never been shorn, he's likely never worn a halter before, and that in itself can be stressful for them. So a lot of times the worst part of shearing is the halter. Meanwhile, my biggest concern is that the weight from these mats from years and years of overgrowth are going to pull on his skin and cause me to nick him. The only way for me to successfully remove this monstrosity of a blanket is to peel it off piece by piece. I'll start with the barrel and get off as much as I can, and honestly, I'm just going to work as hard as I can for as long as I can and not test his patience. I believe that the only way to convey how much work goes into removing these monstrous mats is to allow this video to play at full speed and with the sound on. However, I will warn that he does start to make noises and cries here. You have to imagine that this is a very stressful situation for him, and he's got a lot of built-up energy. And if the way that he chooses to release that energy is through noise, I am totally okay with that. At least he's not jumping around, flailing, and potentially hurting himself or others. You want to come outside? Right there's fine. Alright, we have a brand new llama, guys. Who would have thought that there would be such a small thing under all that mass? I am going to go back and clean up some of this stuff, get off some of the larger chunks. This is not necessarily cosmetic. I'm not going to make you suffer through watching the whole thing, but I am going to fast forward just to show that he does stay a good boy the entire time. Take just a moment to realize how pink his skin is. It could be from him being hot and overheated, or it could be that his skin has never seen the light from the sun. Either way, we are going to want to watch this guy for sunburn, and if he shows any symptoms, there's tons of things we can do, including putting sunscreen on him. Just as I thought, the halter was the worst part, and as soon as it's removed, our man calms right down and even starts making some curiosity noises. I honestly just can't imagine how different it must feel to be without all of those mats for the first time in his whole life. Just holding half of his barrel in each hand is exhausting for my shoulders. Even if this guy lived in a cooler climate than Texas, there's no way you would want to drag around 60 pounds at least of extra weight. The mats from his hips are longer than my arm, and the inside of it is completely felted together. This is the greatest example of why we advocate for every animal every year. Just because an animal can survive doesn't mean it's a quality life, and I know I wouldn't want to have to carry this junk around, so why make them?
Well, so we are finished. Our boy that was super overgrown, he did really, really well. I'm absolutely floored. He's not beautiful. We didn't go back and touch up a bunch of stuff, but you know what? He's gonna feel a lot better, and I really didn't see taking any more of his time for something that was just cosmetic. But if you're curious about our final count, it was 151 llamas, and if you want to know what that much wool looks like, there it is. Thanks, you guys, and we'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed these videos, go ahead and give us a like. And if you want to see more like it, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any in the future.